Hello and welcome to today's class. In today we are going to be looking at how to cut a straight skirt with emphasis on the zipper part of the skirt. That is the main focus for this video because we've seen a lot of videos already on straight skirt. I'm going to work on the front pattern then before I go over to the zipper side of the skirt. In today's lesson, we're going to be looking at our measurements. We have the waist 39, we have hip 47, while the length of the skirt is 43. Also, we have the knee length which is optional. We can get that. The reason why I don't normally do the measurement for this is because it's something that I can easily get from looking at the length of the skirt. How do I get the half in between? The knee length is somewhere between the hip line and the full length of the skirt. How do I get this? What I will just do is divide the full length of my skirt by 2. This will give me 21.5, right? Yes, for 21.5. Then minus 2 inches, which will go to 19.5. So now in between, so the knee part, so here is 19.5. So the distance between the waist to the hip line depends on who is wearing the skirt. So there is no standard measurement that says you must use 8 inches, you must use 9 inches. And also it depends on where the client or the person that is wearing the skirt is going to fit the skirt while wearing it. There are some people that they fit their skirts on their waistline. Some others they fit their skirt on their low waist. Yeah, they call it low waist, far below their button, belly button, just maybe 2 inches below their belly button. So now if you are making a skirt for someone that fits their skirt, okay, this is the diagram. So let's assume this is the diagram of the person you're making your skirt for. So let's just do a rough sketch. So this is how the person looks. Okay, so now if you're making a skirt for someone that fits the skirt just at the natural waistline, then you don't get the right measurement. This is the hip line. So there's another person that fits their skirt right here. So now the distance between here to the hip line and here to the hip line, you discover that they are different. So now I'm not going to tell you the distance between the waist to the hip is so and so. No, but you're just going to get, you can also measure it when you're taking your body measurement. I have a video, I'll drop a link so you go watch it on how to take the body's measurement the right way. So now we go over to our video directly. So the first thing we are going to take while doing this is the length of the skirt. And like I said already, the length is 43 inches. So the length is 43 inches. So we take the length of our skirt, 43 inches. So while doing the skirt, I normally add 2 inches to the length of the skirt. 2 inches. So that is for the hemming of the skirt and then for the top of the skirt. So now we go over to this. So I told us we'll add 2 inches to the length. So 43 plus 2 inches, this will give me 45. So I go over mark. So for this particular client, the distance between our waist to our hip is 9 inches. So for the measurement we have done already, calculations, we discovered that the knee length is going to be around half length, is going to be 19.5. So we are going to start doing the divisions for our measurements. For the skirt, the waist, we divide by 4. Will give us 9 3/4, that's 9.75. Then this will divide by 4, so it will give us 11.75, that's 11 3/4, 9 3/4. Then you know the length, we are not dividing it, so we've done the divisions. So 39 divided by 4 will give us 9 3/4. So the hip also will give us 11 3/4. 11 3/4. Then I'm just going to add an inch to it. An inch. The waist area. The waist, we are going to add 2 inches. 1 inch is for the dart, while the other 1 inch is for the seam allowance, for the sewing allowance, whatever it is you call it. So to the half length, now we are going to use whatever you have at the hip line. The waistline, I added 2 inches. The hip line, I added just 1 inch for the seam allowance. So that does not get to the hip, so we don't need to add extra inch for the dart. So whatever you have at this hip line, whether it's 10 inches, whether it's 11, you're just going to deduct 1 inch from it. So here I have all together, I have 12 3/4. So this part is going to be 11 3/4. 11 3/4. I'm going to explain this. We can use like I said, whatever you have there. I'm not just talking about the measurement, I'm also referring to the allowance, everything you have, everything in total that you have there. So now I have 12 3/4. So for some people, there are some, see, I just want you to be on the safe side. For some people, they want their pencil skirt to be really, really fitted. While for some, they don't want it fitted. You can ask the client, or you can ask them what they want, so you know what you are dealing with. So you don't go add deduct so much, then at the end of the day you are working for a client that doesn't like fitted skirt, so much fitted skirt. So what you're going to do, if it's someone that wants your skirt to be fitted, whatever you have at the hip line, you're just going to deduct 1.5 from it. So here I have 12 3/4. 12 3/4. When I deduct 1.5, I'm going to have somewhere here. But for me, I'm removing just 1 inch. That's why I'm 1 inch. That's why I'm doing that explanation. So you don't say, oh, is 1 inch not too small? Why is the skirt not fitted? Those are the differences. For me, I will always remove 1 inch to be on the safe side. So going to the down part of the skirt, that's the end. I'm just going to remove, I'm also working with the hip line. Whatever I have at the hip line, I'm going to remove 1.5 here or 2 inches, which also depends on what you're working with at the knee line. So like I said before, a recap, the hip line determines what you're going to remove at the knee and at the border of your skirt. So here now we have 12 3/4 at the hip line, so we are going to remove 1.5 from the 12 3/4. So this is what 12 3/4 is. We are removing 1.5. So after doing that, I'm going to connect all the lines. I'm connecting all the lines together. So the lines are connected. You can, if you have your hip curve, you can either use that, or you use from here, you can use a straight ruler to connect it down. For me, I did not use anything, I just use my hands to do that. That's why you see that there are some. So we cut out. So now we are going over to the dart line. So this is how to get your dart. I've heard of people when they say you use your bust span to determine where your dart is going to be. I'm not saying it's wrong, but I just feel that there are some people that will send you measurements. You don't even have an idea what their breast span, what their natural, where their breast span, how it looks like, or what. Are you going to start asking them, oh, what is your breast span, because I want to piece a dart on a skirt? No, you're not going to do it. And the waist of your skirt does not in any way tell you how the person is going to look. So we have different measurements, we have different body shapes. So for the dart, what I would advise you or encourage you to do, work with your measurements. So for me, this is what I work with. From here to this part will tell me where my dart is going to be. From this part to this part, I have 9¾ What you just need to do is to fold this into two. So your dart is going to be at the middle of the skirt, somewhere here. So this is where your dart is going to sit. So you don't have to go start looking for who is having 4.5 or 5 inches. So your dart, you mark the line down, which is going to be 4.5 inches for the front. Then this part you're going to take ½ inch, this other side ½ inch. Then you connect. It's like a triangle kind of it's not like it's a triangle kind of so you just connect like so. So that is your dart. So this is for the front. Like I said, you get your dart from the center of this. This other part is the allowance in the skirt. So this, from here to this place, you just get your dart from the center, right? So you notch when you're done. Then we go over to the back of the skirt, which is our main focus. So now we go over to this. From this part, we have this where this is the focus. This is the focus point of this video. So now, so from here to the hip line is 9 inches. So to the knee line also is 19.5. So I'm just going to mark a straight line down, just to tell. So when you remove the front of the skirt, you can tell where the center of the center is. So this is our center panel. We are working on the back now. So now for the waist side of the skirt is 1 inch for the zip allowance. Zip 1 inch. So now I'm going to show us. So now the back of a lady. This is what the back of a lady looks like. So now this is the waist. This is the hip line. Then this is the under half length or under the hips under. So you see that from the back, you can even use your hand to run through your back. That's the hip line. You discover that from the waist area of your hip side, you see that this part goes in like so. At the hip line, you see that your bum okay will start coming out. At this part bottom, you see it comes out like so. So when it gets to this part, you see that it starts fading out. So this is how we look at our back. Yeah, this is how we look. So it will be an error for you to want to fix your zip at the back. You have a straight line like so. So this is how we look at our back. Yeah, this is the shape. So now just imagine you're making a skirt for Iniedo. You remember, you can picture a kind of figure. Just imagine you're making something for her. So what this will do to your skirt is that it's going to give you a space for you to sit and be comfortable. It will give your hip an opening for it to sit comfortably. You understand that? It will give you a space, and then you don't have to struggle. You just sit and you see. Not sometimes some people want to see, they'll shift their skirt up or they'll start pulling down. No, your skirt will just sit comfortably on your bottom. So this is what we're going to do. Like I said, this part we're going to use 1 inch here. This part that we want to create an opening for, we are going to use 2 inches here. Then at the half cut, this particular area of your skirt, we are using 3/4, 0.75 of an inch. So we are going to run over it. So here we are using 2 inches. Here we are using 3/4 of an inch. So we are going to connect it. So we connect the waist too. We connect the waist too. You can use your hip cuff to do that. You can use your hip cuff if you have a bigger one, and just like that you can use that, but I'm more comfortable because I've done that for quite a while. So now for the slit at your skirt, for the slit part, you can just from here connect it down to the end of your skirt, to the end of the skirt. So you're going to mark the dart, transfer the dart to the back panel of your skirt. The back panel of your skirt, you transfer the dart. This is where the dart is going to be. So from the waist to where the dart is going to end is going to be 5 inches for the back. The front we use 4.5. So we are going to cut out this following the same line. Following the same line, I'm going to start from this part. So now this is what it looks like at the hip side. So if you have any questions, just feel free, drop it on the comment section. Have any question, you drop on the comment section so we get to it. So I'm going to cut the other part out. So our skirt is ready. So we see the hip side. So the person that holds this skirt is not that doesn't have that much hip. So if I'm making for someone that also is very hippy, so if I'm making for someone that is very hippy, this is what I would do. Give her 2.5 inch at this part. Also for this is what we are working on. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye for now.